Indonesian Air Force Doctrine Development Education and Training Command, as called Kodiklatau, is the main command of Air Force management, directly under control of the Indonesian Air Force Chief of Staff, based on the Air Chief of Staff Decree number 581, Romance number 8, 2016, on 26th of August 2016, about amendment and inaugurations of Indonesian Air Force Training Command Organization, Kodiklatau, amended into the Indonesian Air Force Doctrine Development Education and Training Command. This amendment was conducted to set up the Indonesian Air Force organizations, particularly the Indonesian Air Force Doctrine Education and Training Command and its unit lines assigned as education implementers of the Indonesian Air Force. The Air Force Doctrine Development Education and Training Command is to conduct basic educations, inductions, developments, specialists, conversions, and others in order to elevate the skills and knowledge of Indonesian Air Force personnel. Moreover, it also carries out the development of education system, education didactics methodology, and aerospace science, as well as aerospace potential management within Kodiklatau and its units lines. By the amendment of Kodiklatau become Kodiklatau, its duties and responsibilities increase regarding to the exercises from individual exercise unit to the highest level of exercise such as Angkasa Yuda, which is conducted every year, and the commander of Kodiklatau assigned as the exercise director. The history of Kodiklatau began with the establishment of flying school on 15 November 1945 in Maguwo Air Force Base, Yogyakarta, led by Air Commodore Agustinus Adi Sucipto. Since then, the base's young generation was officially prepared to secure and enforce the sovereignty of the state in the air, as well as the commencement of education system in Indonesian Air Force. Based on Indonesian Air Chief of Staff Amendment Number Cap 32, Romance Number 7, 1978, on 2nd of July 1978, 15 November was declared as the anniversary of Indonesian Air Force Doctrine Development Education and Training Command, which is commemorated by the personnel of Kodiklatau and unit lines every year. Kodiklatau, led by the commander, rank Air Vice Marshal, and the vice commander, rank Air Force Marshal. In carrying out his duties and responsibilities, the commander is assisted by List A officers, consists of 4 directors, such as Director of General Section, Director of Assessment, Director of Education and Training, and Directors of Doctrine, who are assisted by the assisting officers, and Kodiklatau Inspectorate as control functions. Kodiklatau has 6 units of line as education implementers, including Adi Sucipto Air Force Base in Yogyakarta, Adi Sumarmo Air Force Base in Surakarta, Sulaiman Air Force Base in Bandung, Technical and Logistic Training Wing in Kalijati, General Training Wing in Bogor, and Air Force Unit Command School, which is located in Jakarta. As the education implementer, Adi Sucipto Air Force Base supervises 5 training squadrons. They are 101 Training Squadron conducts Flying School, Navigation School, and Navigation Instructor School. 102 Training School manage Flying School and Flying Instructor School. 104 Training School carries out class management training. 105 Training Squadron conducts basic military training for Air Force women. 043 Technical Squadron operates maintenance and repairment of all aircraft to support the conduct of flying training. Adi Sumarmo Air Force Base supervises 5 training squadrons, such as 401 Training Squadron conducts officer induction training. 402 Training Squadron conducts radar specialist training for non-commissioned personnel, basic radar specialist, and advanced training for private. 403 Training Squadrons manage basic military training and induction training for non-commissioned personnel. 404 Training Squadron carries out basic military training for privates. 405 Training School conducts branch and specialist school for non-commissioned Air Force military police, as well as branch school for military physical education non-commissioned personnel. Sulaiman Air Force Base supervises 4 training squadrons. They are 201 Training Squadron conducts technical English school and military instructor schools. 202 Training Squadron conducts some training such as electronic branch basic school and electronic specialist management course for non-commissioned personnel. 203 Training Squadron carries out some training such as electronics basic training and pre-job training for civil servants candidates, grade 2. 204 Training Squadron conducts some training for NCO and privates of Special Forces. Techniques and Supply Training Wing manage 4 training squadrons. 301 Training Squadrons conduct some trainings including basic core trainings for weapon techniques and supply. 302 Training Squadron carries out some trainings such as basic training for techniques, NCO management course of aircraft engineering, and private data processing course of aircraft engineering. 303 Training Squadrons operate some trainings including Vocational School of Facility and Installation for NCO and Vocational School for private drivers. 304 Training Squadron operates some trainings including Advanced Vocational School of Lubricant Materials, Warehousing, and Transport course for Special Forces. General Training Wing supervises 5 training squadrons, namely 501 Training Squadrons conducts several trainings including basic schools for administrations, special services, and air intelligence officer course. 502 Training Squadrons operate several trainings such as work and flight safety officer training, vocational school for information and library NCO, and leadership training grade 4 for civil servants. 503 Training Squadrons conduct several trainings such as vocational school for air traffic control NCO, personnel administration, general administration, financial administration, and meteorology. 504 Training Squadron manage several trainings such as basic school from medical corps, basic vocational school for medical privates, and advanced vocational school for medical privates. 505 Training Squadron conducts the intensive English course programs for elementary, intermediate, and advanced, as well as basic English instructor course, either general or technical English. The Air Force Unit Command School conducts general development training in middle grade and carry out the doctrine assessment of air operations in the tactical level. This training is intended for officers who have accomplished their further core trainings. Kodiklatau play its roles not only in organizing the personnel education of Indonesian Air Force, but also in conducting the development of aerospace potentials, Jupiter Aerobatic Team. With the high preparedness of education operations, Kodiklatau is ready to produce professional human resources of Indonesian Air Force. In order to elevate the Indonesian Air Force human resources to be more professional, Kodiklatau changes its visions and mission to face the rapid development of information and technology at the present and future times. Vision: the realization of a modern and professional Indonesian Air Force doctrine development, education and training institution. Mission: 1. Organizing doctrine management as a reference in conducting education, training, and operations. 2. Organizing a modern and a professional education management development. 3. Forming and developing the Indonesian Air Force human resources capabilities who are knight, militant, loyal, and professional. 4. Organizing the development exercises of unit capabilities for operations readiness. Vidyasana Viveka Vardhana. Thank you.